Hey guys, welcome to old Steveo's world, and you're in my world right now. It's a beautiful place to be, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. I'm just wondering, guys, I just thought I'd touch base with you. Are we getting stupid? Is America getting stupid? No, I don't think it is. I don't think it is. There's a few people left on planet Earth here and the USA that know what's happening, okay? You know, I raise bees. I have a shirt that says this. Thank you, Eric, by the way. I have a shirt that says this. I raise bees, and I know things. Yeah, and what I know is there's a lot of evil in the USA. Yes, there is. But we, the people, are going to straighten out the evil, okay? Yeah. And what happened yesterday was just plain evil, and you know what I'm talking about. He got his mug shot. All right? These people are so evil. If you don't do what I tell you to do, we will lock you up. Yeah, okay. Well, all that's coming to an end soon, yes. They thought they had all the black votes, but I know a lot of black people, okay? And the people that I know think like I think, and it's not going to work well for them, okay? Now, there's a lot of brainwashed people, but anyway, let's move on from that. You know what's happening. You know where it's going, and we're going to stop it soon. All right, now, what is Steveo into today? We're into nature, okay? We're into nature. And I have a plant here I want to show you. That's kind of a medical plant. It comes from Africa, and I think Asia too. And here it is. It's called candelabra. Candelabra, look it up. It's actually a medical plant. I think they call it Senna, S-E-N-N-A or something like that. Yes, here it is. And it's kind of a baby form. This little puppy here, they will frost out. It did last year. Here's the stick. Here's last year's stick. It's broken off, dried up. And it comes back from the root system. It will every year, even if you get a hard frost. These leaves, look them up. There's a bunch of good stuff that can happen with these leaves. You can dry these out, make a powder. You can use the crushed leaves. You can crush the leaves up, and it's a great skin plant for your skin. This thing will get large. It'll get a big crown, and it looks like a candle coming up with all these yellow flowers on it. The bees love it. The bees love it, guys. So I want to show you some. I've started some from seed. They make a brown pod seed. It looks like a three-sided thing, and you pop the seeds out. And what I did with those, I took 3 paper plates so the water wouldn't seep through the plates, but stacked 3 paper plates. I put 2 layers of paper towel down, and I scattered the seeds out. They're a little black seed, and they got a little point on them. Scattered the seeds out. Keep about that much space between your seeds. And I laid those seeds on those damp towels, pretty damp towels, and then I take 2 more towels and dampen that and lay on top. And you stick that inside a gallon Ziploc. Those paper plates will go inside of a gallon Ziploc. You seal it up and just set it in your pantry. I had it in my pantry, room temp. I don't know, we keep the temp about 73 or 74, and within a week they started sprouting. And I'll show you the results out here in a minute. I want to show you this thing right here. Look at this spindly little thing going down through the ground here. My God, it's what, 8 feet tall. This is a Brazilian pepper, and the pepper, Brazilian pepper, you can crush these leaves and sniff the leaves, and it's got a pepper smell to it. Actually, the seeds, which happen in Christmas time, you'll get this thing will bloom, and you get these seeds, and you can actually crush and make a pepper out of those seeds, from what I've told. Hippie John, my Australian friend over here, he tells me you can make a pepper out of those. Trumpet vines are going everywhere here. I hate these things. They're nasty, gnarly. They're gnarly. But it's all part of nature. I've got one pepper here and one over here. Where is she? Is she all right? Or did she die? No, here it is right here. She's not looking good at all. I've got a China beauty berry next to it. This thing's looking weak. Oh well. Live or die. But I want to make a lot of these, and let me show you up front what I've got. I've got some seeds that have germinated, and we're going to be planting them into my circle, around in my circle there. I've got a lot of biochar. There's Mayan dirt. I created Mayan dirt, terra preta. Look up terra preta. I put a lot of stuff in there to make terra preta dirt, and everything that's in that loop is doing excellent. So I want to put some candelabra around the outside, and I'll show you the babies we're going to be fooling with. We're going to be fooling with plants today, and we're going to be fooling with bees today a little bit. We'll get into that. Alrighty guys, let me show you some of my babies here. Here they are here. What I've got in here is some sphagnum moss. And what happened when the seeds sprouted, I checked them every day. And when they started getting a little tail coming out of the seeds, and I brought them out here. And I just took some, you know, some party cups, and I put some melted 3 holes in with a wood burner. And I poked my finger in there and dropped that seed in. It come out of the little tail. Actually, there's the seed coming. See the top of that leaf right there? There's part of the seed right there. It's still attached. And see, it's trying to come out with a 3rd leaf there. I'm going to let them come up and get a 3rd leaf. But I soaked this sphagnum moss really heavy in here and let it soak up, and I drained off the extra water. And then I just shoved them in. I have, let's see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Three didn't make it. Okay, so that's going to be plenty. These things grow fast, guys, and I'm not going to transplant them until they get a nice 3rd leaf in here. They're very fragile right now. But what you do is I put my finger in, I dropped that, waited the seed get a little tail on it, and I just dropped it in carefully with the tail down, and I carefully brought the dirt in. Then I put the lid on it, and I brought it over here in the carport, or under this carport here, and in the shaded area, and put the lid on it. And then I watched it every day, and once they started coming up, I took the lid off so they can get some sunlight. And see, they're actually growing. The sun's over here, and they're actually growing that way. Yes, so what we can do is turn them a little bit to get them stronger and make them come back toward the sun. Let them keep fighting, coming back toward the sun. Yeah, like so. Yeah, that's what we'll do, and they should be ready to be transplanted here probably in another week, I'm guessing. We'll leave them in here for another week. That's potting soil in there. We're fixing to do another trick on, it's kind of like grafting. I'm going to be showing you. It's kind of like a grafting technique. Let's get into that. Okay guys, what I got here is just dropping you on your face. That's not nice, was it? I've got some sphagnum moss here, peat moss. Yes, we do. No super special ingredients here for this trick. just dump some of that in here. I don't know how much we need. We'll just dump a nice little batch in there. Like that. Let's wet it down. I've done this before and it's worked quite nicely. I'm getting it nice and you want to be able to have it drip a little water out once you get it mixed. We're gonna do this today on a pepper tree, Brazilian pepper. But you can do this with other fruit trees and stuff. I've done it before with Pakistani mulberry, and it's worked good. You got big sticks like this, take them out. See, we take this and squeeze it and see if we can get a little agua out of that. All right, now I'm gonna do 2 of them today. So I got a gallon Ziploc here. I'm thinking that's going to be enough. I'm thinking that's going to be enough right there. We're going to make like a hot dog out of this thing. All right, let's take the air out of it. Kind of squeeze the air out. So there we go. We have this bag here. Yeah, I think that's going to work. Let me get 2 of these made up. However many you want to do, guys. Yes. You can make 2 or 200. I don't care how many you make. There you go. All right, I've got a couple of clamps here too on my pocket here. I got 2 clamps. And what else have I got here? Put my scissors back before I lose them. I've got some, I got a little brush here, and that's gonna go with our rooting hormone. I got some Garden Safe Take Root rooting hormone. I got a brush to go with it. I got a little packet of single edge razor blades here and a zippy. And I've got 2 pieces of foil. All right, now what I also want to get is some shrink wrap. There's some shrink wrap. So let's go out here and select a tree branch that we can do this little technique with. Okay guys, I got a Brazilian pepper tree here, want kind of a sturdy limb. Here's one right here. And I think in this area right here is where we will create this. We'll create this thing right here, I think. Yes, I think that's what we'll do. Let me get a razor blade. Alrighty guys, what I'm gonna do here is take this razor blade. You can use a pocket knife too if you like. And right here, this area right here, I've got about a foot area right in here. And what I'm gonna do is take about a 2-inch spacing here. And I'm gonna go all the way into right to the main meat, or right to the hardwood. Right to the hardwood. I'm slicing all the way through the bark into the hardwood. Kind of nice too. I'm under this canopy when I'm out of the sun. Seeing how it's 115 degree heat index. All right, I'm going to come down about 2 inches, and I'm making another slice here. Alright, pretty much done that. Now I'm going to come with a line and connect the two. We're going to be harvesting this top portion. Let me put my razor down and grab the old Leatherman here. And start peeling away this bark. Okay, now I'm going to show you what I got so far. Show you what I've got so far here. Now, you've got this slimy cambium layer here. See this slimy cambium layer? Scrape it off. If you don't, what'll happen, this portion will grow back together. We don't want that. We want to create a whole separate tree now, see? So let's get this cambium out of here. And it'll get slimy. You'll have to clean your knife off. I'm sure there's a lot of different trees you can do this with. I've only done it with pepper and Brazilian pepper and Pakistani mulberry. They both grow like flipping weeds, both of these plants, both of these trees. See that cambium layer? Get that stuff off of there. Get right down to bare wood. Fresh bare wood is what you want. Now once I set this up, here we are toward the end of August. So we got plenty of time yet, I think. But I'm gonna come back. I find before it was like 6 weeks. 6 weeks seemed to be a nice magic number. You could probably go 8 weeks. And I'll bring you back to show you the results here on this little experiment. All right, there we go. I'd say that's nice and hunky-dory there. So now what we want to do is, I'll leave that knife out. We want to take this, thing and this hot dog, I call it a hot dog here, and we'll fold this over like so and kind of squeeze the air out of this. We're going to take our razor and we're going to put a split right here in this thing, down. Okay? See this? See the split that I created here, from here to here? All right. We're going to smash that limb right in there, and we're going to wrap it up. And to hold it together temporarily with our spring clamps, I'll show you that here in a second. But first, what we want to do, before we do that, let's take our rooting hormone. Don't breathe this stuff, guys. Don't breathe this stuff. And we want to paint this. Stand downwind from this. Don't breathe this. See where my wind's going? It's going this way. All right, we've done that. This goes fairly quick. I've got my shrink wrap. All right, I got my bag with my slit in it. And what I want to do is center this right there in there and smash that right into the center of that crack there. Smash it in there tight. Grab your spring clamp, pinch it on there. Just like that. Now make sure you hold it, make sure you're centered, and your hot dog is in there tight. Let's wrap it up. She's wanting to slide a little bit. I'll wrap it up here. It'd be great if you had a second set of hands, you know. Now you want to smash it in tight. Get that hot dog in there tight. Now, take your piece of cellophane or aluminum wrap. This will keep the sun out of this. And there we have it. We've completed one. Okay? We've completed one. I'm gonna look around the yard. I know this one's a female because she gives me berries every year. So we'll try to do another one, which I don't know. I can't tell male from female until next month when they start giving us berries and stuff. But I only do one out of this tree. Okay, I clip this back every year. You can see the base on this thing. It's quite large. It's growing inside of a concrete block, of all things. Yeah, it came up. It was a voluntary thing. This tree's only 3 years old. You see it's up, I don't know, 9-10 feet already. They just grow like crazy. It'd be a lot bigger than this if, you know, I hadn't cut it back each year, but it just keeps blowing up every year. So what we'll do at the end of 6 weeks, we'll come back in. We will open this foil up, this aluminum foil, and we'll peek inside that bag. You'll see this thing start filling up with roots. When it's filling up with roots, we'll come down here to the bottom of this and we'll snip this off. Then we'll carefully, I got some 3-gallon pots, or we can do a 5-gallon pot. Probably 5-gallon would be better, seeing now the mass size of this thing. And we'll carefully pull off the bag, plastic bag, and we'll insert this right in some excellent potting soil. And we'll let it sit in the bucket all the way till spring of 24. If it takes. I mean, it may not take, who knows. But I've had these take off pretty good. This is a hardy plant. These Brazilian pepper, actually, they're an invasive tree. But I love them. I love them. The honey on these things ain't bad at all, guys. And we're going to try to make some honeycomb with this product here, with this plant. So you can do this with a lot of trees. I'm going to do one more, and then we'll move on to bee work. I got bee work to do today, a little bit of bee work. So we'll get into the bee work, and the mission there is we're about half a month away from this plant blooming. So I want to get into these hives and get out, and any chemical towels that I have in there, we will give them fresh beetle barns and then close them back up. Take a peekaboo at how the queens are doing, if they are in you know, if they're laying well. Of course, we're in a dearth right now. Now all these girls I have majority of them are crossbreed. I actually have like 3 strains. I have Carnolian, I've got Italian, and I've got Caucasian, the blacker bees. They're all mixed. I like mixed races, don't you? Yeah. That's why I married an Italian. I like mixed races. Anyway, we'll go in there and give them fresh beetle barns, because it's been over a month. Pull your beetle barns after a month, guys. take them, put them in a Ziploc, put them in the freezer, clean them in the house. Don't come out here in this heat and try to clean beetle barns. No, within minutes, the propolis that they've jammed up all them holes with will turn to ooey gooey, and you got a flipping mess. But do it in the house or somewhere where you got some AC. Once you pull them out of the freezer, that stuff is almost like glass. It's so hard and crumbly. You can pop them out, all that propolis out with a screwdriver. You clean them up to have a Kleenex there, clean out the roach bait out of there, so you can put in fresh roach bait, bring them back, reload them with fresh bait. They're ready to go back in. It's just a maintenance thing, and I've already got Argentine ants chewing on me, guys. Look at my arm already reddened up from them things. They're in this jungle everywhere. Those little bastards that get on you and they just dig in and chew. Let's eat Steveo's ass. Yeah, they love it. There's a lot of things in nature we don't like, but we just have to deal with it, you know. So this will be a nice tree. I mean, I've got this thing, if it takes off, look at this. I got a branch here. There's quite a few legs coming off of this thing. So I'm thinking I want to put, if this takes off, I want to put this in a 5-gallon bucket. And in the spring of 24, we will, once we're past the chance of frost, see, I am under this frost will knock the crap out of these things, because they're basically Brazilian pepper. That's where they come from, South America. But I'm under this big oak canopy here. And anything under an oak canopy, just like all of this pineapple, it will be okay under this canopy. So I'm going to do one more of these, then we'll get into the bees. I'll show you the next one after I get done here. Okay guys, I got my second one done here. And it's got a nice little top here on it. Yeah. So that'll do, it'll be about, I don't know, 5 foot long probably. And what I did here, this was such a weak branch, it's not even, I don't know, maybe 5/8 of an inch diameter. So it was weak, and so I had all this extra heavy stuff here. So what I did is just took extra shrink wrap and I encompassed 3-4 limbs here and tied it back, so it's got the strength now to kind of hold that tree upright. Otherwise that would come down and snap off or something. So yeah, so we'll see how that goes, and play it by ear. Wow guys, the bees are hungry. There's just remnants, just slight little stickiness on this tank. There's no feed in it at all. But I mean, look at them. They're just hungry. There's not a lot going on. We've got a little of the I call us Florida crackers call it cabbage palm. Still a little left yet. But it's a hungry world right now for the honeybees, so they're going after everything. I'm not going to feed them today. We're just going to get in here. I'll show you real quickly what I'm doing here, and hopefully we'll knock this out, because it's hot. I've only got 17 hives, I think, total, but I want to zip through this thing and then get out of this heat, because it's an inferno right now. And you have to be careful out here. Work smart, guys, not harder, smarter, because this heat will kill you. So be careful. All right, let me get into it. Okay, guys, our little mission here is to pull out any. I've got some Amatraz towels in here. I want to get them out, because we're only and I need to do some tree pruning, guys, bad. So many invasive tree limbs, vines, everything trying to reach out and just grab you, baby. See, I've got these blue towels in here, chemical towels. They need to go. I've got these beetle barns that are just totally plugged up. I've got 2 buckets here. One says clean, one says dirty. Starting to draw out this side. Boy, this girl here is really pumping, guys. This thing is a solid sheet of brood in here. Solid sheet of brood. I got towels top and bottom. I think this colony here will be a good one to try to make some pepper honey on. I brought some more, I brought some sticks here, peppermint sticks. They fit really nice. These craft sticks fit really nice in a pint jar. I'm going to break them in half. And I'm going to put one on the bottom and one on the top. I'm seeing a wireframe right here. Let's see what they're doing with it. You know, I showed you the wireframes here a while back, what we were doing with those. And they're coming along quite nicely, the wireframes, as you can see. Putting up a rim of honey at the top. So, we're 15 days or so away from a honey crop. So we got them peppermint sticks in there. I know what you're going to ask me. Steve, how have they been working out? I don't have a clue. All I can tell you is, guys, that the beetle barns are working. I know that much. It's a maintenance issue, I know. So, but so are these peppermint stick things. I don't know if they work or not. I'm just hearing through the grapevine they do. I don't know what's wrong with this girl. She's the only one in the camp here that's not eating the heck out of this food right here. I'll go into here and find out what's going on. It just seems strange to me that they're not gobbling up this sugar water. Everybody else in town is. Some hives, guys, work. Some hives don't. It's like people, you know. I can see right now this colony here it's still got a lot of bees in it. I'm not digging into this nest. I'm not digging in there. I don't have time. But if it crashes, I will be able to retrieve this equipment before the wax moth hit it, because I'm peeking in these jars. If I see anything, that's a good thing about these top feed jars, guys. You can go along and peek inside of them. I don't know how well they'd work for you in Michigan. I don't know. But here in the South, they work good. And you can evaluate your hives pretty easily by just peeking inside under the jar. If you see lots of bees, you know things are happening. This colony here, I know, has got plenty of elbow room yet. So all I'm going to do is put in another beetle barn out of the way of the feeder hole. Here's one here, it's all plugged up and it's popping open. And I don't see any beetles in here. Let's just leave them with that food and see what happens. Let me move on down the line here a bit. Okay guys, I did a body count. I just finished these 7. I'm not feeding today. I'll come back tomorrow and feed. I just did a head count. I got 22 left in stock going into fall and on into spring. That's good. A lot of these will be double stacked because next month they should, if they're worth their salt, they'll blow these up in at least they'll be looking like this, and then in February I can bust them in half, sell off half, you know, and you can keep going. That's enough for old Steveo. You know, isn't it funny, guys, how history always repeats itself? You know, not too long ago, 1800s, the government, the corrupt government said, we can't deal with these Native Americans. They're just too damn tough, okay? Yeah, they're just too damn tough. And so we just can't outright kill them, but so let's go ahead and starve them to death. See, now you can see where we're going here with this. They want to cut out beef. They don't want you eating beef anymore. They want you eating Fruit Loops and Cheerios, fruit cake and such. And we all know better, you know, unless you've been living under a rock, you know, and haven't been following Steveo's channel, because yes, they're going to try to starve us out. And no, we want lots of beef, not so much veggie. No, we don't need a lot of veggie. I don't want any oats. I don't want any Tony the Tiger Frosted Flakes. I don't want any Fruit Loops, fruit cake and such. Okay, let's just use common sense and eat a proper human diet. And that's not engulfing a ton of this honey stuff either. Use this honey, guys. Use this honey as a medicine. That's what God created the honeybee for. And yes, he created this to make a medicine. And if you get a cold or whatever, there's all kinds of, you know, deals with this. We have propolis, we have pollen, we have everything in the hive that is healthy to a point. So don't fall for this far left craziness that they're trying to brainwash you with. If you get sick, we'll take care of you because we have pharmaceutical products. No, that's 99% of that. It is a total scam, okay? So let's not do any of that. Let's do natural stuff, and the only way to do it is maintain a proper human diet, and that's pretty much a carnivore diet. I don't care what they tell you, what the far left crazies tell you. Stay away from sugar, okay? Stay away from the sugar. It's silly nonsense is what it is. So, anyway, like the old Indians said, when they're trying to starve you out and your belly is empty, all you can feed on is sorrow. That's what the old Indian chief said. So let's be smart, guys. Let's defeat the far evil, the left corrupt empire. Okay, we don't have much time for this. These people are, you can see the border situation the way it is. How this corrupt fool is letting them pour across. But what are they fleeing? What are they fleeing? They're fleeing an evil regime just like the one we're creating here. All right? So guys, all I can tell you is let's deal with this accordingly. All right? And let's get shed of this craziness, because these people are crazy and they're evil. And we will bring this country back. But we're right now on the verge of total collapse. So buy guns, buy ammunition, just in case. You never know when crap is going to hit the fan. I would say we're very close. We have to keep going, guys. We got to keep Mother Nature going. We got to keep you going. We got to keep Steveo going. And I can't do it alone. You guys got to help me. All right? Let's vote accordingly. And all I can tell you is, no matter what you want to, you saw that circus calamity on stage there the other night. No, guys, no, no. Listen to me closely. Trump 2024. Enough said. See you on the next one, guys. Bye-bye.